wonderful toys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Land. Welcome back to another episode of The Field. Yes, and today on The Field, we'll be taking a look at a vehicle and a group of items that I normally just don't do. Like I usually don't deal with gridiron. I was on the fence about the Vanguard, and these two things I now have in my possession because of the way they came. They both kind of came the same way. We'll start off with the Vamp. Tony's Figs, I watched a live stream with him on a Toy Kind of Mood, and he had this souped up Vamp that he bought a bunch of attachments from Gridiron on. Now I've been seeing for the past couple of months all the little different upgrades, and I could care less. I actually like the Vamp more stripped down. As you can see, I don't have the guns on the back. I just kind of like it like this. But when he showed off those tires, that is like real life. Like, you want to sell a car, put some good tires on it. I was like, you know what, I gotta have this upgrade kit. Let me see what's up. I usually don't mess with Gridiron. I was like, let me go there and see what's up. Make a long story short, I ended up spending almost twice as much as what the Vamp cost. I ended up spending $175. I got the 4 off-road wheels with the 5th wheel in the back. I got the little upper canopy, that jungle canopy, the skeleton doors that go on top. I got a driver kind of stand that goes on the side with his little cargo with a real chain. And what else did I get? I can't even remember, but I bought $175 worth of crap. But what I did a payment plan, 50 bucks, or no, it's 38 bucks every 2 weeks. So I got 3 more payments of 38 bucks. That's really kind of no sweat off my back over 2 months time. That's what I do with Gridiron. I'm not a huge Gridiron guy. It's quite expensive. I understand they're a small company, but it's just not my thing. But I had to have this thing loaded out. This is the only Vamp I got, and you only live once, and I might as well go ahead and trick it out. I don't plan on building an army of tricked out Vamps, so I did it this one time because it looks really cool, and we're gonna see what's up with it. 2. The Vanguard. The Vanguard has been on the fence with me ever since kind of the beginning of this year. There's a lot of vehicles that have came out with the Vanguard. I mean, okay, it's cool as a Res Bonnie truck, but I'm not too familiar with a Res Bonnie. Do I like the way it look? I think it's cool. I think it looks goofy with all the extra attachments up top, like the turret gun and all that. I think it's trying to get played up too much as a military vehicle, man, where I just like it more kind of stripped down for what it is. Basically a grocery getter, a glorified SUV. That's what I want. High security jobs. I got this Vanguard for my Night Force team. Night Force reminds me of CIA, Ronin, just movies like that with dealing with CIA, wild shootouts, armored up vehicles, armored up SUV through the street. And that's what I look at this Vanguard for, more of a city, kind of more of a CIA kind of government official type ordeal, high risk security jobs, and play it in different scenes like that, man. But we're gonna see what's up. The videos I've seen on them, I've seen Analog Toys first. That's what made me go to the Valaverse page and say, hey, it looks pretty good. Let me see what's going on with it. I knew it would be kind of like an iffy situation when it finally dropped this summer, but they had a payment plan on there with Klarna or one of those for 10 months, 18 bucks, 10 or 12 months. It was so low, it's like, all right. And I didn't even have to pay nothing out the get-go. I still don't even have to pay nothing until next month, start my little 18 bucks or whatnot. It's really no sweat off my back. I end up paying for the truck and didn't even know I paid for it. And that's the way I wanted to go about it, because I definitely wasn't about to drop 200 on the Vanguard right now. So definitely gonna see what's going on with that. I wasn't impressed with some reviews that I saw of it, man, but it was one of them things like, you know what, I need to get this thing in hand and see what's up, regardless of the fact it'll be welcomed into my plethora of vehicles. But we're gonna start off with the Vamp first and go through the Gridiron different accessories that we have and see what we got. The crazy thing about it, these both showed up on the same day. These are like a tandem here, to be honest with you, and it's crazy how it came apart. But it's a great episode to do vehicles on vehicles on vehicles on vehicles on vehicles on.
Wow, military supplies.
All right, everybody, this how big $200 worth of Gridiron stuff looks like. Not a very big box at all. I got a jack for the 5th wheel kit. skeleton doors. They feel pretty good too. Look pretty good also. Tires. They look like Oreos and shit. Hard plastic feel to them. They look good though. They look really good. Nice rugged. You can see the ridges in there. That looks really good, but I don't like that. I like the Vamp's tires are hard, but you can still feel that rubber on them. But these look good. I wonder how they roll, because on one video I see they didn't roll too good. In order to have this fifth wheel mount in the back, which I think looks awesome, you have to have that gunner seat, and this is, I guess, the setup that wheel sits on. This is the attachment in the back for the back gunner. Pretty much on the side here has the where you hold the gas cans at that it comes with, and it feels pretty good. Don't know how durable it would be if it fell and broke. That's the only thing I hate about 3D printed parts, man. Gas cans look amazing. Kind of almost got that diamond cut, kind of like a stand here, but that looks good. But the gas cans look awesome, man. Gunner seat comes with like a little backpack and other little things and hooks in there, but we're gonna see, man. I'm gonna have to go off camera to put this together. It's quite a bit. Driver side, which comes with a nice shotgun. Yeah, this comes with a lot of good stuff. And the last thing I got, and it was just like, what the hey, I got a gun for low light. It's like a $10 gun. Now, I'm good with Valaverse guns. I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, some people say they just, there's some things missing just to make them realistic, but I'm not really into that. They suit me just fine. But being that I was getting kind of some stuff on credit, I was like, what the heck? I might as well get me a gun from Gridiron. And this gun is called the One Man Show. Like, this is like some shit, like cable. And they got low light on here. This gun is $10 right now. It's dope though. It is dope. I like it. I really do. It looks really good in person. To the point I might order me a couple more of these for 10 bucks. Yeah, this is fire right here. But we'll put it in the action figures hand, but they got low light advertising it. And it still almost kind of feels wet from the paint, but this is a fire ass gun right here. I gotta get one for Cable. And they got Cable holding it on there too, but this is the type of gun he would have, man. So dope. For 10 bucks right now, definitely a good buy. Alright, so I don't know where to start with this thing, man. I don't know where to begin, but we gonna try to work it out here. A little side step for the door there. Oh no, man, I think I gotta get the back roll cage for this roof rack here, which that sucks. Like I said, they kind of reel you in with a lot of stuff. Let me see, is this, yeah, cause see, this back part here, that's just kind of hanging pipe. I believe that attached to the roll cage in the back. Okay. So it looks like it fits on pretty good. I mean, it looks good. I think it's already starting to kind of give it a different look. So that they have these like little covers, and I thought they had their own lights into it, but I guess you still keep the Vamp lights and put those covers over them. Looks like you put this over it. Got that right. And they just kind of snap on over it. So it still kind of gives it that kind of blue haze in the back. Which makes it dope. It does enhance it. It definitely does. It gives it a more grittier, rugged look. That's fire. And then this kind of C-clamp goes on there. I guess. I guess, there you go. I guess. I hate just the way this is clipping onto the C-clamp. Looks a little better now. Yeah, that's better right there. That's looking good. Down a little bit. There we go. Roll with kid in play. There we go. Now I'm trying to put on these skeleton doors, man. Took me a while to figure out how to get the other one. Not really figure it out, but see that, okay, this is kind of like a lock-in system here. Now, this skeleton door here has this like little peg up here, and it locks in kind of with this roof rack to kind of give it more stability. And then it also has a clip here, so it actually has a system that it kind of goes on to kind of help keep everything locked in, even though this is all kind of like just clip on. But I guess I should have put the roof rack and the skeleton doors on all together, but I didn't, and I'm doing them separate. And it's just like real life with aftermarket kits. There's cheap aftermarket kits like you can get from AutoZone, and that's the ones that all the people laugh at, or there's aftermarket kits where you spent thousands and they're quality. And this gridiron is quality. I definitely will give it that. Like I said, it does cost a pretty penny, but sometimes I guess you gotta pay to play. But you see here, I'm pretty much trying to get that on there. Like I said, I think I should have put it all together at one time. That probably would have helped me out, but I did not. I'm doing it the bonehead way. All right, I got it on, and it looks good. That's fire. That's fire. It doesn't really stay up right there. Was it leaning back? Yeah, it kind of falls back down, but it does look good. I mean, this is not the most durable thing, but as far as the plastic feels good, but just the way the door is, just naturally, that it's kind of like a thin, it's a door that's there, but really not. It's just kind of almost like a gate. But it looks good though. But I wish that would stay up when you put it up, but it looks dope to me. So I had a hell of a time with this back stand for the gunner seat. I was trying to figure out how this clipped in, but this does not come off. This is part of the original Vamp. You just kind of clip it in here, right up in this area here. It clips up under that lip, and what kind of helps line you up that the bottom of this kind of matches up the bottom of the Vamp. But it clips under this little cage back here where the gas cans used to be. And then also the gunner seat just kind of slides right in there. And then that little triangle piece I was telling you guys about, that pretty much holds the wheel. You just take a regular wheel, like how you would kind of slide it onto the axle, put it on right there. This gridiron stuff doesn't come with any directions, man, so I gotta kind of feel my way through this. And it has 2 pegs, man. And I do have to get that back roll bar. I feel like such a kind of a butthole because I didn't grab that. And that's the one thing about it with this. It just keeps going on and on if you want to make it complete. But you still can do it. You just put it in that little hole where the gunner seat goes. And the gunner seat is dope. Very detailed piece. And who knows, I might switch it out every now and then. Fully turns. But you take that 5th wheel, and then also the jack slides right in behind it, if I can find the spot. Yep. So you know what, let me put this in because I had it there. So you take the bigger peg and just slide it right into that hole. The other end of that triangle, this peg here, goes into the back of the roll cage for more security. But I believe I had found a way to slide that jack in, which the jack is pretty dope. I mean, it actually seems like a functioning jack that you could just sit down. One of them old school jacks, you can just sit down up under. But it looks good though. Has a lot of detail on it. Green silver paint. You can just fold it up. And I found a way to put it in there just now, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can kind of stick it in there like that. I believe so. Don't give me the line, man. Is that the way it go? Nope, I don't think so. They have a tray for it to slide in. It's kind of like a trough. Seems like it fit better up under there. For now, I'm gonna just leave that like that though. But fifth wheel looks good on the back of there. Would look better with the roll cage in the back, which I guess I have to get. And that's probably be one of my last pieces I get on this. Driver side, like little step like door, yeah, little step out thing, just kind of slides in. You see these two pieces right here. You just kind of pour them in right here, right where the actual steps go. So it's all these pieces just plug in and play, add on, snap in, snap out. So you can always take your Vamp back to the regular one. Now what happened here? There we go. Jeez, now I can't do nothing. Oh man. Where is it at? Okay. Alright, yeah, this is it right here. So boom, snap that in just like that. Has like this little cargo, little bay area here, which is pretty dope. And this was inside of it. I guess this is some type of, I don't know, some type of canister oil or something. But this is the package that this came with here. Dope shotgun, has a real chain, also has a holster on it. Leave that shotgun go in it like that. So clutch has a holster for a shotgun. Skeleton door still swings open. This time it stays up. It stayed up, so that's pretty cool. But also kind of has like a real chain with it, which is dope for like towing, different things like that. You can take it and put it in this box here. That way your chain is put up, it's secure. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Dope little shotgun sitting on the side. Skeleton doors looking good. What at this little backpack here. Clips right into it. But see, it's for the roll cage. It's supposed to be like this. So I gotta get the damn roll cage. Ugh, I feel so stupid. But you can put it up there, but of course, Jesus, I deserve that. So I don't know where I'm gonna put it at now. I guess I'll just hang it in the back here, because if I put it up any further, it's gonna be in the way of the skeleton doors. So just to have it somewhere secure, just put it right there just so it can be out of the way. But it's nothing but a prop backpack, and I think that's pretty cool. Just put this one on this side for now so I don't lose it. It's another clip. The old gas cans, I guess it's just, it can be figure fodder now.
Jeeps! Give me 2 Jeeps up here on the double! Jeeps, goddammit, Jeeps!
So first wheel came off pretty easy. I didn't think these wheels would come off that easy. Now, how easy will these go on is the question. There is the question. So let me pop this other one off. It wasn't bad at all. Put this one on. So already looking quite different. But see the squeeze effect? See the squeeze effect on the real wheels, man? Like that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, this is aftermarket parts, so you know, I'm pretty sure they can't afford to do real rubber like that. But as long as these things are straight and they hold up pretty good here, I ain't got no problem with it. So I'm just taking and pulling out. And lines are coming off pretty dang on easy. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. Man, make me almost want to order that back roll cage like immediately. Boy, you can smell all this paint in here. I'm getting high. It's one thing about gridiron, you gotta let the air out when it get there. Be fresh off the press. Come on now. Okay. There we go. That one felt like it went in pretty good. Don't know about these other ones. Make sure we get it in there. Alright. They rolling. Let me get this last little one off. There we go. You know, a lot easier than I thought. I thought it was harder to get them off. Alright. Especially just press them in the hole, man. There's really no way to tell. But damn, that looks good. That looks real good. You heard me? Alright. So I think I got everything, man. Got the old wheels stacked here. I'm gonna tell you what I do want. I do want a front grille add-on. I do want the passenger side little slide on, and then I'm gonna have to get the roll cage, and I'm done with this. So I do definitely want to get it beefed out, but it looks like almost like a totally different truck. This looks good right here. Like I said, one time only. I usually don't order a lot of gridiron, but got some good stuff this time, man. Got this dope gun though, man. Like, look at this, man. This thing is amazing. Like, this gun is fire. This thing is amazing. Dope gun. I believe they call this the one-man show. So, pretty nice shotgun I got from Gridiron. So I got me some good guns this time around. Definitely gonna keep up with them. Need to find somewhere to put this jack at, but not done with it. Don't quite have it as Tony's Figs got it. Oh, but there's also a hood piece too, but I don't know if I want that. I gotta see what's up. I don't know. I wouldn't went this far. Like, why not? But you can see his tires look good on it. Got Gridiron Terrain printed on it. That's dope. Like I said, I would much have them have a more rubbery feel to them, but I mean, it's not like I'm really gonna be rolling this thing across the ground here. So for what I want to do, I see on rugged terrain the wheels actually do roll, but for what I want to do is, as far as photography and little small rolls like that, shit is getting the job done, and shit, this Vamp is looking good. Let's
supply military vehicles to the British forces.
Up next, we got the Valaverse Vanguard. This big behemoth of box. We're gonna open it up, and we're gonna see what's up, man, and get my first response from what we got here. As you can see here, got a white and green box. Nothing too crazy. Got schematics on the back, which should be pretty much self-explanatory. I believe with this Vanguard, you don't have to put any wheels or anything like that on. So let me get this joint out the box. Yes, it's a big boy. It's a big boy. Packaged very well. Didn't really have any bubble wrap around it, but it was double box inside of a brown big mailer. That white box you seen has got this plastic on it. Everything seems like it's pretty much intact. The turret already on top, and I believe all the goodies in the back. But I want to see this paint job, or plastic, as you say, but it looked pretty dull to me in other videos. Looking at it through the camera, it's really not bad, but this thing is a behemoth. It is probably about the size of the His tank, but doesn't look too terribly bad or out of place. You can see this van in the back, this left van, that turtle van in the back. That's that we making that work for 1/12 scale and 6-inch figures can be put inside of it, but that's almost like one of those like a Zuzu or Datsun type overseas vans, and this right here is like a Tahoe or some shit. Right, so we got it out the box, man, and it has a pretty good weight on it, man. It really does. It has some heft to it. It looks better as far as, I wouldn't say paint wise, but plastic wise, as far as the gray, and it just kind of looked kind of unflattering in some of the reviews I've seen. But like I said, as far as the truck is decent. It looks good to me. We pretty much just gonna go through it right quick. I'm pretty sure you guys seen a bunch of good reviews actually, from Analog Toys, Bees Battlegrounds, and Punk with Toys, and I think a guy named Coco Smooth. has one out there, man. But you just really have to get it in your hand and see how your feel of the truck is. Like I said, it was nothing I was crazy over, but it is a good looking truck, and I am glad to have it in my collection. The way I went about it was good for me, and if you guys want to throw the 200 out there and get it all in one scoop, that is up to you, man. But the truck to me is worth it the way I did it. And it looks here like everything is packed in the back, even the figure. The figure is something I wanted to see, because I just didn't like how he looked aesthetically, like proportion. He almost looked like a dummy or something, like a stuffed scarecrow, just the way he was proportioned. But he looks like he moves great. But I'll tell you one thing, from what I have seen, I would have liked for this figure to have like a real head sculpt. Give a truck that doesn't have identity, but it does have identity because it's a real life truck, some more identity, and gave it its own special driver. But you know, regardless of the fact he gave us a figure, I almost kind of figured like this was just kind of like a throw me in because everybody else did it. But the same treatment goes for everybody else too, man. When I really look initially at a vehicle, I'm looking just is the vehicle itself worth the price. Usually a lot of times with G.I. Joe, they kind of go hand in hand with drivers and things of that nature, so that's going to come with it. So off the rip, if I'm filling the vehicle, it's automatically coming with a driver, and I believe this is what this was. But just kind of a generic, kind of more soldier, especially with Valaverse. This is generic. Not a too big fan of the head, but I am a big fan of the way it moves around here. Like this is awesome, man. Like I said, there's a lot of in-depth reviews, like I named at the beginning, for you guys to check out. Me right here on this one, this is all about playability, photography, and how I feel about these vehicles. Are they worth it in my collection, man? So figure feels great. I can't wait to kind of pose him around. But he's straight, man. He's straight. Like I said, aesthetically up in here, I just never really liked the way all of this looked. But it's for so he can really articulate. And as far as I can see, man, he doesn't feel like any tight joints, anything, which I have came across with Valaverse, and I have came across where actually a head has broken off of my figure, man. But I'm not gonna act like that's the only toy line that has happened to me with, man. They happen to all of these damn things eventually, somewhere down the line, man. But let's get into the truck. And one thing I see that everybody's talking about, the hood doesn't open. Now, I don't know why. That almost seems like something simple, just to have like a BS engine in there like that. Vamp has an engine in it, and it's not like it's the greatest thing in the world, but it's good enough, and it works out, and it's removable. Now, if it had to come to a choice whether to have this or have a hood come up, more than likely this is more resourceful as far as photography. You're more likely going to have somebody kind of hanging out the back here or doing whatever, rather than having somebody work on it, which, like I said, I don't see why it doesn't have an option to open the hood, but it would have been nice, especially as much. I'd rather have the hood than this tow hitch in the front here, to be quite honest with you. A hood that opens, because I don't know what the deal is with that, especially how much this vehicle was played up. I mean, give us the works on it, to be quite honest with you. And if say you could do it for a cheaper price, do all of that and still keep it that price, make me a believer. But the turret comes, and I'm gonna just say about the turret, like the gun that attaches onto it, everybody talks about how it doesn't go up and down, and that does suck, to be quite honest with you. But and this has like a little latch that catches in here, but on my honest opinion on that, I think this whole thing looks stupid. I never was a fan of it. I would rather you treat this like the SUV that it is. You know what I'm saying? But I know this is, like I said, this is more high class, upper end security, but it can be, I guess, switched to in battle. But I'm not feeling this whole setup regardless. I'd rather it just had a sunroof in there, to be quite honest with you, man, and just take this to the max as far as a street level / combat vehicle. And forgive me, my phone is just beeping messages, brokers calling me. But on the inside, I guess you can just clip these doors on off. Yeah. bring this up a little close. I got so much stuff up here. All right. Let's go up a little bit. But on the inside of it, man, looks pretty decent. Nothing crazy. You're pretty much your standard like real life vehicle with stitching going down the side here. You try to turn it a little bit, maybe you guys can see. It has like some padding, some more stitching inside there. Seats move back and forth. I'm gonna try to put some big guys in here. I'm gonna try to put Big Pop up in here, cause see, that's what I look at it as, more like of a regular person type vehicle. So if this is rated as a high-end luxury vehicle, instead of the turret up top with this big gaping hole there, and then the cap that goes on is kind of like a protruding cap. I'd rather have that roof smooth, but I don't know if that has that in real life, but I'm almost sure it doesn't. But I would rather you just took this inside to the max. Whole dashboard light up. Does this move right here? I know this right here isn't something like the gear shift is something that, okay, you're gonna be working that all the time, but it is nice to have. I don't care if you just put your finger and play with it like blah, 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 like that. Like that's all we really do with it, and shift it. Sometimes it's not like it's a great thing in photography, but you know, just take that to the max, man. But other than that, I mean, what more could you do with this truck, you know, besides add like those extra features like the turret and stuff on top? Like I said, I would rather have the hood open, and you could actually, I mean, I could see keeping the hitch. I mean, all right, it's a utility vehicle, I could see that. But you know, dump the machine gun up top. It already comes with a gun in the back, and really just took it up to the next level with that. As far as tires feel hard, but they do have a rubbery, they are rubber, just squeezing them. So it's not like those 3D printed tires. They do have a good feel on them, man. This is a big truck, man. So shovel also comes off, which is cool. I mean, more than likely I'll probably keep that on. I mean, it looks better as designed. Got your little windshield wipers here. Oh, that was another thing too. Now see, that's cool. I wouldn't mind having this option, but everything else I just named, you know, as far as the tires turning, like lit up dashboard, lights, you know, I rather would have had that than that turret up top, because be honest with you, even though I don't care about it, it's useless anyway, being that it doesn't go up and down. So that definitely could have been put into that on the other end, man. But it's just, as far as the shell of the truck, the design, it feels very quality, to be honest with you. I mean, even though, you know, it's probably making a bunch of like plastically type noises, man, it feels durable. It definitely does. And the gray looks a lot better in person than I've seen it on camera. Hell, it might not look too great when my video comes out of it, man. But overall I'm pleased with it. Is it something I'm crazy over? No, to be quite honest. This has nothing to do with whether I like G.I. Joe or Valaverse or more. But actually, I like both of them. Of course, I'm a G.I. Joe guy, man. But it's a run-of-your-mill average, but I will say it's quality. I will give it that, and it helps bolster you know, the plethora of vehicles that we have. 200 I think is precedent, but a lot of people got the missile launchers too that were included, but those are also extra. It's not much. Like, I don't even want that. I don't want anything near that, to be quite honest. I don't want to go nowhere near that. I think I'd rather would have it more tricked out with lights that work, hood that open, light up dash, you know, just pretty much just, if this is like a high-end luxury truck, this looks more like a base model. I want it all, you know what I'm saying? I want the heated seats, all that. Not saying that preferably, but just take it to the max as far as the inside, as far as the luxury of this thing, because that's what I'm treating it as, and that's what it is basically, man. This is a souped up SUV, and it's dope, you know what I'm saying? It's dope for what it is. I will say this about this new driver here. This is one of their most articulated figures, and it's mainly because of this double ball jointed neck. Same thing that G.I. Joe has, and this guy really moves freely. And also his butterfly joint, I know I complain aesthetically how that is all up there, but it enabled him to move where he can pretty much clap his hands if he wanted. Now as far as this gun here, I've been having the same problems everybody else has. I mean, it just comes off no problem. I don't know with every toy maker, because the Vamp sure had its problem with its twin guns in the back and that small tiny peg. And this has the same thing going on. I will say this, I do like the bullets here. They look really good. This is painted way more than any G.I. Joe bullet could ever be painted. The gold pops on it very, very well. But this small little ammo belt right here that go inside this box, I'm not even going to attempt it, because I've been trying to put it in. It just gets on your nerves, really, because as soon as you go to do something with it, it's going to fall out anyway. Also, we're going to take a look at the turret gun that we have up top here, which I said looks stupid, and it still does in a hole. Just like looking at this, like, why is this up here? You know what I'm saying? I don't like it at all. Let me turn it to the side so you guys can kind of see here, and like it swivels around, and it looks no, I've seen comparisons of it. It has better paint apps than the G.I. Joe gun, but it doesn't look better than that twin gun that Vamp has on it, man. So I'll unpop this right here. Like I said, I hate this. I never had any plans on having this up here. That's why I didn't care to get the missile launcher up top, because it just looks ridiculous. But G.I. Joe gun is designed a little bit better, but this has way better paint apps, mainly the bullets. The bullets give it its pop and its shine on it, man. All right, as you can see here in this scene, I got it set up with B.I. He could not fit inside the truck. I tried to put him in the front seat, try to put him in the back, but I believe this is Biggie's a 7-inch figure, and he doesn't articulate as well as any other action figures that's supposed to go in here. But as you can see, the scene for him still looks good. The scene is still set up good. He looks like he belonged with this truck. And as you can see, he's got his groceries, the grocery getter, so he can get him a T-bone steak, cheese egg with Welch's grape. And he also has his driver in the driver's side here. As you can see here, I have the kind of like MCU Matt Murdock in the background, kind of with the suit on, kind of posed up as a driver. You can also play him off as an FBI agent, CIA agent, you know, kind of special operatives, upper level military, just upper level kind of security. Also, I forgot to show you guys, here's the coffee cup and the energy drink and all that good shit. The hands that pretty much come with Valaverse, they come with a plethora of hands, so pretty much they're a standard figure. Here's their new stand. To be honest with you, I like the old one. I think the old one's actually pretty dope. I think the old one's actually the best stand you can get with an action figure. I mean, they put a lot of effort to that. And this one's pretty cool. It's not bad. I just like the other one better. Also, I took the Tracksuit Mafia, one of their heads, snapped it right on this new figure if you wanna. So Marvel Legends heads fit great with Valaverse. They pretty much have the same ball peg size, and this one fits perfect. It's not loose or anything. It's like it was made for it. And you can hear that pop. You hear that pop go back on, man. So just a little something. I really don't like this head on it too much. It fits perfect size and everything. It's just you know, it just looks, I just rather have something more menacing. Now this is the team that I envisioned in my head for this truck, and they look good with it. They really do. More of the Night Force, more muted colors, CIA type stuff, and this is what type of truck they would be driving. They're not going to be in the jungle. They're not going to be out on a battlefield anywhere, but they might get into a wild shootout in the middle of the streets of Paris. You know what I'm saying? Or just something like that. So they need a bulletproof Tahoe, bulletproof Resvani truck to move around, Land Cruiser, especially if they overseas. So something like that, man. And they look good together, and they're going to look good in this truck. Sitting comfortable. Definitely another person could get back there. Same thing for Shooter. I had to get her butt down a little bit more, but she's good to go. Of course, she's a female, so she's definitely gonna fit. But she looks great as a driver. Let me close this door up. But yeah, Outback looks really, really good and comfortable here in the back seat. Let me flip it around. Hopefully he's still in his position. Got my man Low Light back here with the big one-man show. I thought this thing would be able to fit 2 back here, but definitely 1. If the figure is articulated, and it's a great articulated figure, definitely could sit in the bag, but it's just really room for 1 comfortably to do their thing sitting down. Definitely no lay down action, so more of a hunching, sitting down to shoot. Definitely looks good, and he definitely can close up, and you see him a little bit through here, which is pretty dope. I forgot I got to put my stickers on too, man. You got some stickers, which I'll probably just put the one, you know, back up, or I'll shoot, man. You know, nothing, just some light work stuff. On the side here, you can see my man Shockwave, which I like this Shockwave. I like the other one too, but this one is a well put together figure. You can see him with the Molotov and using that technique where they have the little pegs on the side and the handrail up, so you can definitely get some good shots there. And of course we got the other Valaverse figure inside on the passenger side, and he fits well in there also. He's a very well articulated figure. Also the winch here, I mean, I know you guys seen a ton of these reviews already, but just, you know, just on my end, rolling it up. So, but like I said, man, for the way the winch look, I mean, they don't look too damn realistic to me. You probably better off doing some aftermarket type shit. I'd rather have some extra features on the inside and just little stuff that'll make it pop for photography, because that's what I mostly see Valaverse people doing, and G.I. Joe as well, shooting them pictures. So here's the part where we pretty much match it up towards the hiss. The crazy thing about it is a perception thing for real. Now up here it looks like this truck is way bigger than the hiss tank, but actually the hiss tank is longer and taller. I don't know what it is, but looking at it through the camera, it looks just like I had looked in that photo that went around this past winter, man. But the hiss tank is longer. Look at that. Look at it. Ain't that crazy? How the depth perception, like, I see why that photo looked crazy now. Looking at it through the camera here, I know it, to me, it looks like it's bigger than the hiss tank, but it's not. The hiss tank is actually longer and taller. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at the nose on that. This is how they look up above. And you can see it right there. Look at the hiss. It's just guided by a little bit. I mean, the truck is about the size of the hiss, you know what I'm saying? When you handle it, it almost kind of feels like that. But the hiss tank is bigger, which I didn't care either or, but I just always know that photo just had me laughing, because I reported on it how much bigger it looked than the hiss. But it's all this kind of like depth perception thing. It's crazy. It almost like it starts shifting, but this is how they look. It's kind of the only way I can compare. But they look right. They look right, man. They look right. They look right. Like I said, this is a huge truck, but it doesn't look crazy. It looks right. And you see here, look, see how it starts changing up? The hiss just got shot up out of nowhere, and then you go up, then it looks like the truck is taller. So it's all depth perception, man. But it is a big boy truck. It is huge. Just thought you guys might want to see that, how it looked in comparison, because this is kind of the only way to do it. They're so big. Overall, what I think about these two vehicles, which ironically kind of hold the same value. And when I say with the Vamp the same value, I'm talking about all these gridiron add-ons, because like I said, I'm not a gridiron guy. As far as the Vanguard, I think it's a very cool truck, but not something I was crazy over or, you know, really sought after for. But it's a good quality truck, and it's a welcome addition. Now, as far as these gridiron parts, let's start with the Vamp first. All these extra accessories on this thing make it dope. I mean, this is a good looking truck. It looks like Gridiron worked for Hasbro and made the parts there. The colors, the paint lineup, the resin or plastic, whatever they use, is always good and durable. It just costs so dang on much, man. to get this stuff done. Now what I've done is gotten tires, skeleton doors with the Jungle Recon roof, the fifth wheel in the back. I got the back stand back there for the gunner seat, and I got the driver side door, like little step up there, the little compartment on the side. All of that cost me about $160. Now what I plan on doing is getting the passenger side, the front brush, and also the back part of the roll cage. That's alone right there, let's just say 30 and 40. That's another $100. So you talking about it takes about $300, because there's one more piece. There's a hood piece that goes, and that's probably another $40. So you're talking to $300 to $400 for those add-ons. That's quite expensive. That's why I really don't mess with Gridiron, but they are top quality. And for a project like this, and this is my only vamp, I wanted to trick it out and just have something nice I can sit back and be like, damn, that's dope. It's worth it for me. It's pricey. It's worth it for me. That's why I don't mess with them all the time. And also that gun, that one-man show, that is a dope gun. I'm not that much into guns where I'm going to spend that much money, $10 to $15 a gun, but it's always good to grab one of those every now and then. It's fire, man. But like I say, Gridiron is cool, it's just expensive. But if you want a special project, you want some real deal add-on aftermarket accessories, almost like how you do with your real car, Gridiron is the place to go. It's up there, but it's worth it. The detail is out of this world. Now for the Vanguard, the Vanguard is a very quality vehicle. Soon as I grabbed it and got a hold of it, I'm like, okay, because everybody was saying it felt kind of cheap. It's heavy. I mean, it doesn't have an engine in it, so I don't know where the heaviness comes from, but it's a heavy quality vehicle, very durable. Of course, if a child played with it, eventually they would break it, but a child could play with this, handle it, and it would be good to go. What I never cared for was the turret gun. I think it looks stupid, but it will become some type of diorama fodder. Maybe we'll put it on top of a fort. That's really what it looks like. It looks like it belongs on top of a fort somewhere, and that's what I'll use it for. As far as what I wanted to use it for, like special operations, CIA, civilian vehicle, I think it's dope for that. But I feel like there's something left to be desired with this, and I was thinking about it earlier. Maybe it's like detail. I mean, but don't get it wrong, it's detailed and it has a nice sculpt on it, but as far as just paint hits, like even hitting it with some good paint inside of the truck for the dash or things like that, it's missing that. And when you want and this is what the argument kind of was, like not argument, just discussion on these vehicles, when you start going up in price, it's because they got these little intricate details going on about them. The Vanguard is a very quality vehicle, but I think it's just missing those intricate details. Even to be priced at $200, I want my roof. I mean, not my roof. I want my hood to open up. If not, I'm just kind of almost, in a sense, dealing with the glorified tractor supply truck, which the tractor supply truck is a great quality truck. But when it starts coming up to these big ticket items like this, man, I mean, things got to be really, really on point. Everything, whether you're a big or small company. I mean, far as lights, far as working parts, I mean, for the most part, I'd say the kid could play with this. For the most part, an adult's gonna play with this. And what do? We open the hoods. We you know what I'm saying, we get deep into our photography. So on that point, I think it missed the bar. It looks a lot better in person than from what I was seeing on videos. And not saying the people who had on videos putting it in a bad light, but it's something you just got to get in the hand. Like, okay, it's decent, but for as much hype and as much bolster it had about it, it should be more than decent, man. But on top of that, quality vehicle. I'm not shitting on it like that. It's a good truck. I mean, as far as what I paid for it, on my end, I wouldn't jump out and drop $200 on it. I kind of did those payment plans. I did. And that'll work out for me, man. But it's another great truck in the plethora of vehicles that we got, man. And hey, if you're feeling it, grab it, man. I will say this is quality. Like I said, it's missing the bar on a few things. Another episode of The Field. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on my Instagram at Geppetto910. This is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of 112 scale vehicles, man, and just simply adding on to our world building. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.